Hello. Which is good. Today, Happy Mindset Monday, we're gonna be talking about understanding your box. Shout out to my brother Josh out here, my dog Jedi. We have been just thinking about what to talk today. And we were talking a little bit, reflecting on limits last week. And I was reflecting on a book that will one day be written called Think Inside Your Box. And then he suggested understanding, and I think that's a really good place to be. So first I wanted to say that the time of recording this, we do have Saturn in retrograde. Mercury just came direct. So communication is becoming a lot more clear and it's easier for us to understand each other's ideas. But Saturn being in retrograde means that the restrictions that we once had or thought were so solid are being challenged and changed and rearranged, and that's pretty cool. So taking a moment to reflect on your understanding of the limits that you face day to day and how those are changing. Okay, so this Mindset Monday, I realized that there's a lot of things that I thought were permanent. I thought okay, my life is gonna go in this certain direction, and of course it's silly because we know that is not the case. That's not how it is. That's not how it be. It always be changing, and that's a good thing. Even our communication, even our ideas and our thoughts, they also be changing, and that's a good thing. So it's important for us to acknowledge the shifts of change and the limiting beliefs that we once had. So this idea keeps coming to my mind, and it's appropriate for Mindset Monday, which is the idea of sacrifice and understanding the purpose of sacrifice when it comes to transforming your mind or your life or whatever it is that you're wanting to change or expand to. And this idea is that whatever it is that you want to change, whatever you're wanting to expand, you have to give up something else. You have to give up that level of comfort in order to achieve the uncomfortable, achieve something that you've never done before. And so I think we're also coming to the understanding of your identity. It's being shifted. And with your identity, with those thoughts in your head, the ideas in your mind of who you were labeling yourselves as and the habits that you were following through with, those are also changing, and you have to sacrifice the old ways of being, the old identity, the old mindsets, the old habits and ideas. Those all have to be sacrificed in order for this new identity to be brought forth. So taking a moment to understand that each person is constantly changing. I think that we're going through a collective chapter of change. When we get to experience it all together and on individual levels, we see, people are transforming, things are changing, we're going to a new chapter, and that's a beautiful thing. Taking a moment to just acknowledge that and realize that there's always going to be change. And you have to be comfy with that change of your identity. So I guess we are exploring understanding that the limits that once were are going to change, and the ideas that even the people have told you, they may change their ideas. And those limits, everything is subject to change. And so we have to understand or be comfy understanding that we can't know it all. We just can't know it all. And that's okay. And that's kind of a blessing. And I think it allows us to kind of let go of some of the grasping on that I need to know and I need to understand everything to grow. And you can kind of let go and allow that sacrifice of whatever energy you're letting go to actually be the catapult for transformation in the direction that you're wanting to go in. So understanding the box that you are in is really understanding the tools and the resources that you were given. We all are given, like, you know, certain things, and some people are given more like physical, some people are given more spiritual or mental. And I think it's up to us to understand the purpose of what we are given and why. That's a really important one. So what and why are you given the certain things in your life? You know, the gifts that God's given you. What is the purpose? You know, ooh, I see a crow taking a bath in leaves. That's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you will be able to see them, but hello, crow. They're vibing. But yeah, anyways, we are all given things. That crow was given that spot of leaves, and they're doing their best to find what they need. So understanding what you are given inside of your box, which is the things in your mind, super important. For instance, there are a lot of people that go through like a period of anxiety and depression in their lives, and it's hard for us to understand and to realize that we were given that for a reason, and that a part of our transformation during this time is to sacrifice that identity, the words, the dialogue, the habits that followed along, in order for a new one to come through more strongly and for us to help others in the way that only we can. So I think that's the beauty. I'm understanding that you are given time to be aware of certain things, and your awareness of these things allow for the opening and like a domino effect that helps other people also be aware of certain things that they have. And so the more that you can dive into understanding what's going on within your own life, within your own experience, the things that you've been given, I think the easier it is for us all to just be, because we can. Like, isn't it cool that every single tree was given all of the branches? Like, every single tree was given every single leaf. And it's not like the trees are like, oh, I have more leaves than you, haha, and it's like I have a bigger trunk than you. No, it's like they're all working together to support one another, and understanding their area where they ground themselves in is actually supporting the earth below them and where we go and how we journey through it. So it's kind of cool, and it's kind of a blessing. And understanding that we all have constrictions and limitations and constraints for a reason, and that resistance for a reason, and understanding it's the meaning of this, understanding the purpose that restriction, those limitations are holding, the boundaries that are put on you and your experiences for a reason. And the more that you understand this, the more you can honor it, and the easier it becomes for you to navigate through this and expand. And I think that expansion is something so beautiful. Like, we can only expand when we understand the limits of how far we can go, if that makes sense. We can only expand once we set a limit of, okay, this is how far my gifts can take me. This is what I have to expand, because I think that a lot of the times we may look for expansion outside of ourselves, when in reality it's just growing beyond us. So yeah, that's a big one. So yeah, I am enjoying the trees. We enjoying the view out here, and I just wanted to take a moment to reflect on how every single being is honoring you and understanding that we all have a purpose and a mission here, and that it's kind of beautiful, and we can appreciate that, and we can honor that, and we can acknowledge that, and it's nice. So take a moment, take some time to understand that you have gifts here, you have limitations for a reason, You were put in a box for a reason. Your body is a box. The location that you were born in, your family, all of these limitations that we see are also the tools that we can use to leverage ourselves and expand our box. But first, we have to understand what's inside. We have to understand that we were given these things for a reason. We have to take time to explore what, like, inside of ourselves, the kind of metrics, right? Like, you know, what kind of thoughts are surrounding work, family, health, you know, and the more that you understand the ways of your own being, the easier it is for you to use what was given to you. And that's a pretty cool thing, but you have to do the work. And I quote that because it's really, you know, the best thing you can do in life, and it's totally free, and it's something that you can do at any time, and that is to understand yourself more, understand what your fears are, understand what your beliefs are, understand what your gifts are, understand what your doubts are, understand what you love doing, understand who you love, understand why you love, understand what it is that you love, and everything in between. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed today's Mindset Monday. Shout out to my brother again for the topic. Yeah, dog out there. Yeah, okay. And we will see you in the next video. God bless. Namaste. Peace.